I have two girls, two adorable girls, 5 and 7 years old. My first daughter is in Nkechinyere and also Michaela, and the second one is Ojugo, Marie. Being a father is a huge it's a huge responsibility. Being a father truly transformed my life. Essentially, people say you don't know what it means to love someone other than yourself. But when you become a father, you become selfless. I have always been selfless, but you become even more selfless because you are living for someone other than yourself, and it's truly something very powerful. I mean, you wouldn't experience it until you become a father. I don't know how to put it in words. Until you become a father, you think you know what it means to love someone other than yourself, but when you become a father, you know what that truly means. When I knew that my wife was pregnant and that we were expecting, I was both excited and then also nervous, because I was excited because I'm about to have a mini me, and then on the other hand, I was nervous because I have never been a father before. So I was there when my first child was born. It was nerve-wracking, especially when I held the child in my hand for the first time. That's when they really hit home for me that I'm truly a father now. That this little baby is going to depend on me at least up to when they're an adult. So that was when it hit me that it's real. And the whole father experience, it was truly transformative. The sleepless nights, the sacrifices, I mean, though it's difficult, but it's worth it. It's a labor of love. Growing up in Nigeria, my dad was living in the United States. I never really lived with my dad growing up in Nigeria, but however, like, his emotional support was there. We talked on the phone once in a while, but however, I would say being a father, like when I came to the US, when I joined my father, the way he was able to provide, the way he was able to discipline. My dad is a disciplinarian. He's very honest. He will tell you, he doesn't sugarcoat it. He will tell you when you're doing something wrong. So I'm modeling the same, behaviors that I saw my dad growing up, at least in the United States. So that has really been helpful in the way that I'm raising my children. My wife and I, we are truly, she's my friend, she's my best friend. We are truly supportive of each other. So I would say we helped each other throughout the whole fatherhood experience, because I was able to help her. She had never had a child before, and we were young when we had our first child. So we leaned on each other. We supported each other throughout the whole process. I guess that made the whole process, less daunting for us. And I'll call myself a feminist, because I truly believe no man is better than a woman. A woman should be able to live out their dream. In my home, we divide up the task. I help my wife out. For example, if she come home, she's tired, I would tell her, hey, we can order food. If she's tired on the weekend, I could go and do the laundry. So it doesn't make me less of a man or less of a father. It's all about being able to, like I say, have an understanding of what it means to be a married couple and to be a father. To know that being a father doesn't mean that your wife, you have to basically, slave your wife, put her through so much stress, or too much stress, unnecessary stress. It's all about being able to have a very understanding relationship, and truly it will work. It's very sad. There has been a very increased alarming rate of divorce in America, and there has been a lot of research that has been done that maybe it has to do with a lot of women being very educated compared to their husband. But I would say, like I said, it's all about being able to have an understanding. What might necessarily work, let's say in Nigeria, might not necessarily work here. Like I said, both parents have to work to support their children. There has to be a lot of commitment, there has to be a lot of sacrifices, and there has to be a lot of compromises, essentially, to make it work. You can't just leave it for your wife to make the home work. The husband also has to step up, and essentially the father, the head of the household, has to step up, make sacrifices, and make tough decisions. Having been a father now for almost 7 years, for more than 7 years, I think it's probably the best decision I have ever made, because it has made me a better person, a better husband, a better human being in general.